I'm doing something experimental today, something kind of fun. I'm using Carbon Black High Flow Acrylic Paint by Golden. It has a viscosity of ink. It's very, very thin. I've got this applicator top. I think it's by a brand name Fine Line, which has a very, very thin applicator tip, like a nib, and you can draw with it. You can outline, you can do whatever you want with it. It makes a really fine line. So I'm going to do the world map, and I'm going to outline it quickly, and then I'm going to spritz it with water and let the paint just kind of bleed and make really unique designs around the borders of the map. It's going to be really cool and fun. You could use these applicator, I think it's the brand name is Fine Line, and put watercolor paint in here, liquid watercolor, or you could mix it up and put it in here from your pans or your tubes. You could get liquid watercolor, you could get acrylic ink, you could get India ink, anything that is liquid you can draw with these little applicator things. Or you could just use your paintbrush and outline and then spritz it. It'll be fun. Okay, here's my outline. I've got my watercolor paper sitting on top of it. It is hot press paper, smooth, to make it a little bit easier to write on. And I'm just going to quickly do my outline. I'll have to do these in sections and let them dry, because there's no way I can do the whole map and then spritz it and get the effect I want, because this acrylic dries pretty quickly. I'll do this half and then spritz it. My apologies if I mess up someone's country. Okay, I've got that done. Now I'm going to just spritz it. I'm going to let that dry. I think it's dry enough to do the other part. Oops, it wasn't. That's okay. It'll just make it interesting. This makes such a fine line. It's a race against time because this does dry fast. Okay, let's see if I can, oh yeah, I think it's good. Okay, now I'm going to let this dry. Now I'm going to just put some of this drawing ink all over, and I'm going to use a paintbrush to kind of spread it around after I put in all the colors. I've got a pink, I've got a yellow, and I've got a real pretty turquoise blue. Just trying to do something fun here. Okay, now use my brush and kind fill in, let them blend. Missed a couple spots, that's okay. Well, the colors are so pretty blending together. Okay, I'm gonna lift up some of this. A lot of paint in there. A lot. Oh, this is really kind of pretty. Okay, I'm gonna use the trusty paper towel to lift some up because it's pretty dark. Lots of paint. Oh, I want to visit Australia and the Philippines. I just want to travel everywhere. You gotta have money for that. Okay, I think I'm just gonna let that dry. I like it. It's really pretty and colorful. This turned out really pretty, and it was so simple. I just used this acrylic high flow paint to go around the outline quickly, spritzed it with water so it could kind of spread and do what it wants to do, and then filled it in with some Dr. P.H. Martin's drawing ink, but you could use watercolor, you could use whatever you've got. But it turned out really pretty. And of course, it's not done until you have a mat.